At 10 o'clock in the morning, Karen Huger was released from prison after serving her time. There was one person on the scene today, and that person is on with us today. So I want to take the time to welcome Chantel Wright, who is the Potomac and La Dame fan that showed up to see Karen Huger leave prison for the first time. Hi, Chantel.
Hey, how are you, Wellington?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. It's nice to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you. Thank you for joining me. I so appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
So
today was wild.
Today has been such a wild day. First of all, thank you so much for showing up, because I love when fans show up to these type of places, because sometimes we don't get the full experience from the news, and we don't get the full experience from the newscasters and the coverage that they're doing. So you need to have a fan there that is watching it all, or at least giving us a different perspective. So my first question to you is, Chantel, when you found out that Karen Huger was going to prison, what were your thoughts?
Well, I don't know if you know, but I was at her sentencing, at the DUI sentencing. I was there.
Oh, you were there too?
I was there, yes. And I also went viral on Reddit for that post. So I was posting on Reddit during the court sentencing until the judge found out that I was doing it and called me out on the record. And so I had to stop. Yeah. So I was.
Why?
And then I just disappeared, because you're not supposed to be doing that.
But I feel like so many lawyers and like reporters going to the court and then
there were other reporters in there that were recording, but they had laptops. I was just on my phone, but it's fine, whatever. But so I was there when she got sentenced, and I was shocked. By the 2 years, but I also thought it was, I'm sorry, but I love Karen, but for anyone, whether it's me, you, anyone, if you do the crime, you should serve the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I'm coming from. I've seen some things online today where I'm like, Karen Huger fans happy she went to jail. I'm like, that's not what I said. It's not how I said it. You know what I mean? So
yes. Let's talk a little bit about that moment. So you went viral this morning because not only were you the only fan that was there watching Karen come out, but when the newscaster talked to you, when the reporter talked to you, he asked you about your thoughts on Karen, and you specifically said that even though you are a Karen fan, you were happy that she was able to pay her dues back to society, go to prison and pay for her crime. You felt like one DUI is too many. 4 times is already a situation where we definitely need to do something about it. Right. So talk to me more about you saying that, because I feel like that was something I enjoyed, the fact that you say that, because I don't believe in like being a stan unless it's to Beyonce. No shade. So I don't believe on being a stan, but I think that when you're a fan of someone, specifically people in the public eye, you have to be the true fans are fans that hold you accountable for your bad actions and still love you, but hold you accountable for your bad actions. Yeah. So 100%. Talk a little bit more about that moment.
100%. It was a little uncomfortable this morning with some people saying some stuff, but it's fine. Life is short. And I love Karen, and she's a human like everyone else. And what she did was bad, and she got in trouble, and she served her time, and I'm glad she's out.
Right.
And I don't think that anything that anyone does that's, a bad thing doesn't make you a bad person. You just did a bad thing. She's still a good person. She's still a human. Right. She deserves, respect and everything else. So let her, come out, live her life, and get back to whatever she wants to do next. Hopefully come back to the show.
Right. I mean, honestly. Did you see cameras today when you were there?
Yeah. So I showed up around 9:15ish, and she was not out yet, obviously, but I was the only fan there. And so we have 4 local news stations in the area, so they were all there. And I got to interview with all of them in the morning, and then again after she was released. But that was it. Maybe like 5 news stations, and Washington Post newspaper, and me.
did you see any maybe Bravo cameras or
Oh
any
yes. Oh yes.
production?
Yes, I did. Yes. So Bravo did show up to film. So they showed up maybe like closer to 10 o'clock. They rolled up in a red SUV with the cameras. They got to go right up to the front of the jail, unloaded, unpacked. They did some B-roll filming down where we were standing, where the reporters were standing. But yeah, then they drove out and followed her to her home and continued filming. So I think that we're going to maybe see a Karen special.
For
Maybe. Who
sure.
knows? Who
For
knows?
sure. I mean, the cameras are not going up for no reason, right?
Exactly.
So definitely,
Exactly.
I hope that season 10 is not Karen less 100%, and that we're able to at least add her on to the tail end. They've done it for
Mhm.
other shows, so I'm sure they can do it
Yeah, for
for
sure. For sure.
how do you want to see Karen move forward? A lot of conversation that has centered this topic specifically.
Hmm.
When people get DUIs, there's this expectation of not only you controlling your alcohol levels afterwards, but
Hmm.
also some people expect you to stop drinking. And like, I don't know if that is fair, because
Hmm.
to me, I said this on Twitter this morning. As long as Karen is not getting behind a wheel, I don't
Hmm.
care if she's having 3 shots of Fireball, 4 or 5. As long
Hmm.
as she's taking an Uber home, that is not my
Hmm.
business.
Hmm.
So that's how I kind of feel about it. I don't have a problem if I see Karen enjoying herself a good drink or two moving forward. She served her time. But how do you feel about it as a devoted Ladam?
Um, well, it kind of makes me think about Real Housewives of OC and Shannon Bedore. I mean, she had her accident, her DUI, and you see her on the show this season, and she's drinking and she's not holding back.
Hmm.
So, I mean, Karen's an adult, so I hope she just makes the right decisions for herself and for, you know, her environment.
Right.
And I said earlier this morning on one of the news stations that, in this day and age, no one should drive drunk. If you have one drink, there's so many ways you can get home, and it's just not worth it. And
No.
that's kind of where I was coming from with my point, was that, this never even should have happened 4 times. I mean, come on. But at the same time, I can still be a fan of hers and support her and want the best for her.
Right.
But what she did was wrong. And,
Yeah.
I will stand by that. I mean, if I did it, I would hope someone would be, hold me accountable as well.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
absolutely, absolutely. How do you think that the girls are going to react to when Karen is? Do you think they're going to like be throwing it in her face a lot? I mean, they throw it on Teresa's face, so
I know. I know. I don't know. I kind of can maybe see some digs about like if she does pick up a drink, if they're having champagne or something. I can kind of see some of the girls maybe giving a little dig. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm curious to see how Karen's changed, like how the 6 months has changed her.
right.
And
Have you ever gotten the opportunity to meet Karen?
actually, I was on stage at a Housewives event October of last year in DC. Melissa Gorga was there, Lisa Barlow, Karen, and Dorinda. And so I did get up on stage and do a little Housewives tagline contest, and she gave me a little wink and a little wave. And
Oh, I
I
love
haven't
it.
met her that way. But yeah, and Ray was there, so met him. So
Well, maybe we need to make this happen because Karen needs to know that you were the one La Dame that showed
I
up.
know, I know. And I didn't get to this part, but when she was leaving, so finally, after an hour, so also her friend Tatiana, her hair and makeup lady, came and did her hair and makeup for her before she left the jail. So that took a while. And so when Karen finally left, she rolled down the window, and you saw the video of her waving and saying hello to everyone. And she looked right at me in the eye, and I said, "Congratulations on getting out." And she waved at me, and she looked great. The
I
pictures
mean,
are kind of hard to see.
but she
The
looked
videos that
good.
are posted, but she looked good. She had on like a blondish, brownish wig with like a bandana on her forehead, makeup on, but she was smiling and she looked great. I mean, I'm sure she's happy as hell. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like to
her
be out of there.
her mood seemed visibly positive and happy to you.
Yeah, yeah,
Did we
for
get
sure.
did we get any signs of Ray maybe over there?
I did not see Ray at all. So because I wasn't the media, but they put me with them. So we weren't allowed to be as close to the jail to see the SUV, her getting into the car. So I
Got it.
don't know who all was there with her.
Got it.
I would assume Ray, but not sure on that.
Got it. Got it. All right. Well, Chantel, thank you so much for joining me
You're
on my
so
show today.
welcome.
I
This was
so
fun.
appreciate you jumping in. I
Yeah.
saw your testimony this morning,
Yeah.
and I said I need to have her on my show because my listeners need to hear strictly from her,
Yeah.
what she saw, what she experienced, and
Yeah.
how you received the Grand Dame. Any
Yeah.
final
And
thoughts
I
for
really appreciate.
your of
Oh,
course,
go
of
ahead.
course.
No, go ahead.
But any final thoughts for other La Dames that are listening to you right now, and anything else on the topic?
Um, I would just say, let's just look forward to a great season. I just want the best for everyone. These women are on TV. We think of them as, celebrities and Bravo celebrities, but you have to remember that they're real people. They have real lives. And so while this is all fun and entertainment, I just hope that Karen um, just moves forward in a positive direction, whatever she does next.
I agree. Well, Chantal, thank you so much.
You're
And I'll see
welcome.
you around, okay?
All right. Take care.
There you guys have it. You heard from Chantal herself. She was the one person, the one La Dame, the one fan of Karen that showed up to the prison to see Karen get released this morning. Thank you, Chantal, for joining us. I appreciate what you said to my listeners and for you to share your experience and what you saw, what you heard, and everything. She told us that Karen seemed very positive and that Karen seemed very happy, and that she was in good spirits. So that's really amazing to hear. That's really amazing to hear. Guys, thank you so much for listening to me talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac. We're gonna take a quick little break on the YouTube. If you're watching me on TikTok, stay on. We're gonna take a quick little break on the YouTube, and we'll be right